Hi, I am James. I am a sales robot. I am here to help you. How can I help you, sir?
That type of robotic approach, do you think it's going to work in sales? The reality is, in sales nowadays, we've got so many advents of technology that are basically coming in to try and replace the role of the salesperson. You'll have seen these ideas of little chatbots. They're on the screen to be able to help you do something. Let's get rid of these. As we move towards 2020, the role of the salesperson I still think is going to be more vital than ever. But there is no doubt that technology and robots and automation are growing fast. We're now in an environment where those type of things are taking over in many respects. But I'm going to share with you in this video 3 things that you can do to ensure that you as a salesperson have a sales job for 2020 and beyond. There are 3 things I don't think robots and automation and artificial intelligence are going to be able to solve yet. And if you adapt these skills and use them, you're going to have a really successful sales career over the next few years. My name is James White. I'm the UK's leading prospect conversion expert. Let's have a look at the video and see what it is you need to do to ensure that you show your human connection
Rather than be like a robot.
Let's have a look at the video. So I do presentations on the advent of technology. I even have shares in a technology company. I know the power of using those type of tools to drive better sales results. But I do say to people, they aren't going to replace salespeople in total, because there are 3 things that I don't believe a robot or even artificial intelligence is going to solve, certainly in the next 1 to 2 years. The first one is the ability to build an emotional connection. The reality is, even the best robots, if I was to put in front of the most highly advanced robot at the moment in front of me, I'm sure that the inventor would probably say they've got the ability to connect with me, but I don't think they've got the ability to connect in the same way as a human being. The ability to really just look at what's going on in that person's world, to really understand the things that are the gestures, the way they're feeling, the way they talk, the way they act, the way they operate, to be able to really be able to ask some questions about things that maybe the robot wouldn't have had programmed, or that you found something out, or you know so-and-so, don't you? Or how did you find things this morning? Oh, by the way, the canteen here's great, isn't it? Whatever it is that you can do that can build that initial emotional connection. Robots are just not going to be able to get anywhere near that type of approach over the course of the next few years. Yeah, sure, they can actually handle initial inquiry from the website. When a prospect says they want to speak to someone or meet someone, that's where our human elements come in. And if you're a great salesperson, you can build an emotional connection and really build a rapport with the person that you're engaging with. It's such a massive factor in winning business. People still do business with people they like and they trust and they feel that they can get on with. They'll even spend more money to do that if they can build an emotional connection that works for them. Someone that's on their wavelength, someone that cares about them, someone that understands what they're about. Do that. Take the right actions to be able to understand your prospect by learning about them, asking questions, I've shared lots of videos in the past of how to get it wrong and what not to do. There's some great things that just being interested in that person and focused on them, listening, all those other elements. Build out an emotional connection with those prospects, and I guarantee you it's going to help you get better results. The second thing that I think robots are not going to have the ability to do over the next few years is the ability to really have a self-awareness and understand of what's not being said. There's a chart that I'll show here that says in the communication sphere, only 7% of the impact you make is related to what you say. The others are about how people react and the gestures that they use. And the reality is, whilst robots are getting incredibly clever at being able to see and what's going on with people, they're not going to be able to maybe see that body language, that movement with the eyes or that maybe shock when you talk about a budget range, for example. They're just not going to be able to pick those things up straight away. Be in a position where you can really understand what's not being said, what the prospect is doing. Maybe it's something that they're feeling or thinking that you need to probe out of them. A robot isn't going to be able to do that. A good salesperson will. Make that happen, get to see what's going on and use that effectively at the right time, and you're going to be on the clear path to getting better sales results. And the third point that's going to stop a robot or an automation system from literally replacing a human in the next few years is going to be about that ability to empathize. Empathy is such a strong and major factor and skill for salespeople to develop. The ability not to sympathize, but to empathize. To be able to see that someone's in a position, and not to say that you feel sorry for them, but I can see that's a challenge for you. The ability to see that emotional element and be able to understand what's going on in that prospect's world and build that empathetic connection and try and put yourself in their shoes, try and feel like they're thinking, is not something a robot's going to be able to do. The best salespeople can do that though. They can see what their prospect's going through. They can think like them, and they can then adjust their actions, and they are in a position to be self-aware and have self-emotion control to know what to say and how to say it at the right time. Being able to be self-aware and have self-control of what to say and how to say it and how to react and respond is something that only human beings have. And I don't think any animal, any robot, anywhere else on the planet is going to be able to give that. And so if you've developed those skills of listening, of being able to really understand, to be able to ask the right questions, to build that empathy, to put yourself in someone else's shoes and build that emotional connection, then I can assure you it's going to help you get sales results, especially if you've got a product that sells and effectively and that people love and that solves a problem or want, and it's going to take you and your business to a different level. So there are my 3 tips on what you can do to build your own skills to ensure that you avoid being replaced by robots. Do you agree? Do you think a robot will ever be able to do those things? Feel free to share in the comment section below. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that maybe you're the inventor of a robot that's created something and he's going to create those emotional skills. Do you know what? I'd be even happy to put you to the test and show you how I don't think they're going to be able to build the emotional connection and understand people and really see the things that that prospects aren't saying. Tell me I'm wrong. I think at the moment those skills are going to be left for humans to do, and the best salespeople, the best professionals are going to be able to harness those skills and get the right results. Hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you love the video and you find it useful, or share with other colleagues or friends. I'd love to help them as hopefully I'm helping you. Thanks for watching. Look forward to sharing another video with you next Saturday.